Hey guys. So today is the day I'm going to be doing my very first segment on designer or dupe. Okay, and I know you probably heard something very similar spread out across YouTube. But I actually got the idea whenever I was watching this similar segment from High Low Lux, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to do something like that because I am always talking about luxury and also trying to figure out ways that I can save money because I don't have the coinage that some people have. So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Okay, so I actually have two pair of the Hermes Oran sandals. I have a pair in the suede, and I also have a pair in the leather. Not sure which leather this is, but suede and leather. And I also have the Steve Madden Haydens. So I actually bought these first just because I was trying to figure out if the Orans were something that I wanted to invest my money in because everybody had them, but I kept hearing mixed reviews on YouTube about these shoes. Some people were saying like they're for extremely narrow-footed people, that they were uncomfortable, all kinds of issues, and other people were like they were fine. So I was like, let me see if I would actually wear these in my wardrobe if I had them. So these are $79.95 and they are made with real leather, and these are $660. I actually got them before the price hike, so I think they were like $620 or something like that. I can't remember, but $660 right now. So yeah, quite a considerable price difference. Let's go ahead and talk about the similarities and differences. Obviously, the similarities are that they look the same. The H symbol is there. It does what it's supposed to do. There are some differences in the shape of the nose as well as the material, and this newer construction does not have this two-tone thing going on that these have. They used to, but now it's all one solid color. The heel height on them are pretty much about the same. The bottom of these are a piece of leather, whereas the bottom of these are like a rubber. So these actually have a little bit more grip. These have none. So it is what it is. With the Orans, I have noticed that because I have a narrow foot, I will put those measurements, I will put my like feet measurements and stuff in the description box. But because I have a narrow foot, these are not an issue for me. However, I actually got these because my sister-in-law, who has a wider foot than me, was having issues. It was causing blisters. This part was rubbing on her pinky toe and stuff, and it was causing blisters on this part and the knuckle of her big toe. I am not having any of those issues. I will say that these suede ones have a leather underside, but they're a little bit more malleable. So these were super comfortable from the beginning. These were also comfortable, but I can also see where your foot would rub on the leather edges. But they do stretch out over time. So if you have a narrow foot, this might be fine for you. With these, I did notice that they're actually a little bit wider than these. So if you have a wider foot, these are wide foot friendly and they're still leather, so they can still stretch out and they will last you a really long time. I actually wear all three of these. So yeah, I love them both. But I got these in white because I knew that the white ones were beautiful, but white gets dirty, white gets color transfer, and I didn't want to spend that kind of money on something that would look pretty dirty. But for the frequency that I wear these, they actually are like doing really well. So I'm not sure if I'll buy a white pair in these, but yeah. Oh yeah, and before I forget, sizing. These fit true to size for my designer size. My original size in regular shoes is a 10, and designer I am a 41, which is equivalent to an 11. And these are true to size for a 41. These I get in my normal shoe size, which is a 10, and it works fine. And let me show you a quick comparison. So here's a comparison. This is a size 41, and as you can see, the Haydens are just ever so slightly longer, and right here you can see where that width comes into play because they're actually wider. The real question, designer or dupe? Personally, because I love these shoes and I don't have any problem with them because my feet are narrow, I would choose the designer. They're just, I don't know, the real thing. They're everything. They don't bother me. And I think they're at a very reasonable price point for a designer shoe. And I mean, they're iconic. These are everywhere. They're iconic. If I had a wider foot though, and I still wanted the sleek, elegant look, then I would go for the Haydens. But the Haydens only come in two colors, this white and this faux croc like brown color. These come in all kind of colors. They come in suede, they come in exotics, studs, glitter. So the variety and the fact they fit and they're iconic, it's the Orans for me. Okay, next is the Bottega Twist, which I do not have on hand anymore. I returned them just simply because I didn't want to stretch them out, and whenever I looked at the cost, it was not worth it to me. So we will compare them to the Steve Madden Kinleys. So I actually have two different versions, and I bought these specifically to compare to the Bottegas that I had bought. You see, these have the twist, but they do have a thicker heel than the actual Bottega twist sandal. And the underside of this is not another straight piece of leather. And these, I think, are faux leather. And then I also got these super shiny ones. They don't have the twist, but it still gives you that same kind of feel of the twist. Sorry. And it has a thicker, chunkier heel. The Bottega ones are $16.50. These are $59.99, but I actually got these from Ross for like 30 bucks. And these I got off the Steve Madden website. So, yeah, just the comfortability. These have a thicker heel, which are better for me and my ankles, and I can stand in them longer. And they still give me that same look, and there's more colors and variety of these. Whereas the Bottega ones, the heel was thinner. My ankles were not as strong. I think if I was a little bit lighter and I had stronger ankles, or if I was used to heels, then it would have been fine. They were a little bit more comfortable to like stand in on your foot because they are lined with cashmere. Beautiful, but you do have to work your feet down. So you have to stretch out the leather, and it could take some time. At that point, I just did not feel like I would get my cost per wear, so I returned them. However, I have been seeing them pop up on Fashion File from anywhere from $800 to $600. And if I can find a size 40 and a half or 41 there, then I 100% would repurchase them. And I keep forgetting sizing, but the sizing on Steve Madden's are honestly true to size for your normal shoe size. These are a size 10, and they work perfectly for me. So size 10 in these. In the Bottegas, Bottega typically runs very true to size. So whatever the equivalent is in a normal shoe, then you should get them in the Bottegas. So for me, in Bottega, I wear a size 40, which is equivalent to a 10, or I could push it to a 40.5. So yes, I misspoke. If a size 40 pops up, I will grab it. But obviously I picked the dupes over the designer. I do not regret it at all. So definitely it's the dupes for me. All right, guys, my last designer or dupe for this video. We have the Gucci slide sandal. I don't know why these look pink on camera. They're bright red. And then we have the Steve Madden Harlan shoes. Okay, so the Gucci shoes are $450. These Harlans are $49.95, but you can frequently catch these on sale for like 35 bucks. And I caught them on sale, so I paid 35 bucks for these. I didn't want to get the exact same color because whenever I buy dupes, I buy them because I want to wear them. And if I get them in the exact same colors as the designer ones, then I'll be wasting my money because I'm going to pick one over the other. You know what I mean? So because I keep forgetting it, let's start off with the sizing. In Gucci shoes, I'm normally like a 40.5. So I think these are a size 40. I think these are a size 40. And these are a size 10. Gucci normally runs pretty true to size for me as well. With these, the rubber on these are a lot softer, so they're a little bit more comfortable and they flex and bend with your feet. They also have Gucci written right there over the top of the shoe. Every time I wear these, I get compliments on these. These have Steve Madden embossed right there on the heel. These are harder plastic, so it will not be bending and flexing with your foot. It depends on what you like. This is also a harder rubber than these shoes. So you can definitely tell the quality of rubber here is a little bit more designed for your feet. But honestly, if you didn't have these, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. They're both pretty comfortable when you're initially walking, but they're rubber. So those are the cons to rubber. You might want to go ahead and apply a hair dryer and some heat to these mugs and stretch them out, because let me tell you, these are a little more, this right here is a little wider, so they're a lot more easier to put your foot in and go. These are more wide foot friendly, whereas these are, like most designers, narrow foot friendly. And even for my feet, because I haven't stretched them out, they'll hurt. After about 45 minutes of walking in these, they hurt because I haven't stretched them out enough. But as far as walking, the flexion that's allowed in these shoes are amazing, and I actually prefer that over these. However, is that enough for the like $400 difference? No. So, designer or dupe, baby, it's the dupe for me. So yeah. If you have any questions or if you have these shoes, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Let me know what your thoughts are. And until next time, guys, deuces, 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 deuces.